Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Near Protocol's price chart. And if you remember, in the previous video we were right around, I believe, this area, and the idea was that if we want to be bullish we need to see a very strong move on the upside, and at that point I might be able to argue that on a higher degree overall, starting from the high side to about the lowest low, we are having a beautiful looking A, B, C zigzag. So what happened, as you can see, we are getting a decent move on the upside, and from my point of view this is actually a great sign. Why? Couple of reasons. Number one, you see, in a downtrend, you are having a series of lower highs and lower lows. And question, when is it that you are able to say maybe the trend has changed? When we get a move up, and in that move, we take the previous major pivot high. Why is that important? Let's go on the live chart. And maybe it's best to hide everything first. Okay, as you can see, from the highs to about here, we are having a series of lower highs and lower lows. And where is the last major pivot high? It's right in here, about $2.5. And what happened recently? We definitely took this important high. So this is an optimistic sign in Near Protocol, indicating maybe this short-term downtrend starting from here about, let's say, mid-May has indeed come to an end. This is the first optimistic sign. Second sign, I think we are kind of able to find an impulse in here, and here is how I like to argue that. I still believe that from here to about this point, we are having 5 down into 1. Correction for wave 2, another move up into wave 3. This is probably an A, B, C flat to about here into wave 4. And what is going on right now? I do think, even according to this scenario, which is, I would say, kind of the worst case possibility between all the bullish ones, we are on our way to complete the subwaves for this wave 5, and probably in like very short term, we are having, I think so, yeah, a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and this is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, which on a higher degree it's going to be into this wave 3, correction for 4, and yet another move on the upside into wave 5. So what you want to see in Near Protocol in the short term, if you want to be optimistic and call this point our final low, is a continuation of the current move, I would say in the next 12 to even, if you're lucky, 24 hours, followed by that. If the final low truly is end, then okay, we are going to have a move on the downside, but that move is going to have certain characteristics. Number one, being a very slow and choppy move, and number two, you need to be able to find between our pullbacks in this face down constantly overlapping of the base. If you see this, it will be, from my point of view, a great sign in Near Protocol, suggesting, you know what, maybe this is actually a bit of a bullish setup and the final low is in, and on a higher degree, maybe this is going to be a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and what's next? Hopefully a massive move up into wave 3, 4, 5. And I would really like to see this time Near Protocol getting back above this important level, reclaim it, which the higher band of it is somewhere around, let's say, $3.6, and then we do a pullback, followed by that a continuation of the move up, because that could be, I would say, pretty much our ultimate bullish side. But for now, let's not jump into those kinds of bullish conclusions. Let's just focus on the current move. And again, what you want to see is a continuation of this thing for the next 12 hours, followed by a very slow and choppy move down. And at that point, I think we are going to make new updates and see what is happening, and are we able to be optimistic with a lot of confidence. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Near Protocol. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.